What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. We are in single digits till opening day, 9 days, and tomorrow the San Diego Padres and Dodgers open up in Korea. Um, so super super glad that we are down the home stretch. Trying to share this real quick. Um, but yeah, a lot of the roster was basically finalized yesterday, but I'll wait till if anyone gets in here before I start. Um, um, but I'm really happy. I'm really surprised that we did the roster cut downs this early because we technically still have 7 spring training games left, but obviously we knew what we wanted to do, so I guess that is a good thing. Um, so but again, really excited. Um, tomorrow's game will be on Bally with CJ and Brandon BG. So that is a good thing. So very excited about that for them to be able to talk about our team, the additions, and we've heard other broadcasters be very complimentary of what we've done, but it'll be nice to hear from the guys that are going to be with us for upwards of 8 months throughout the summer. So hoping, really excited about that. No one's in here yet, so I hope today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So tomorrow's game being on Bally with our guys is gonna be good. Just really excited about everything. Blake Snell finally signed with the San Francisco Giants, 2 years, 62, but with an opt-out after the first year. So it's basically just another 1-year deal. And good on the Giants taking advantage of 2 Scott Boras clients that just kind of overplayed the market. They obviously didn't care about the draft picks because they're giving up a lot of draft picks. But the NL West is going to be super fun this year. And yes, I'm really excited about Adam Duvall coming. Hopefully that'll take extra pressure off of Kilmick. And he can just focus on the right side for now. Because Duvall crushes lefties. And it makes our bench better. It makes our versatility better with Duvall. You still got 7 spring training games left, so you'll likely see him maybe in one of those. But he's a veteran. He understands our room. What's up, Charles? Yeah, well, it's been a rough one, a rough year for the Hornets. I enjoy covering them, but it's it's sad that it always comes down to injuries with the Hornets. I'm but I'm gonna stick them out for 15 more games because that's what I do, and that's my team. So you stick them out no matter how you feel about how things are going, and we learned the best case in 2021 with the Braves. So just because a couple of years, the Hornets haven't been relevant since maybe 2016, but you've seen some positive steps, and I'm hoping with the new ownership and things, it'll keep getting more positive this offseason. And that's what I'll leave it there with the Hornets. I honestly didn't think or didn't realize that who do I have Houston winning. No, the Braves didn't play today. I don't even. I had North Carolina, Iowa State, Houston, North Carolina, Iowa State, Houston. I can't remember the fourth Final Four team I have. Hold on, I can actually check that. Braves play tomorrow afternoon at 1 on Bally with our guys. Early in the morning, the Padres and Dodgers get the regular season underway in Korea. So if you're up early in the morning or you record it like I did, then you can you can watch that, and it's actual baseball and it counts. So yeah, I recorded it. I didn't. Definitely not getting up until at 6 when I don't need to. If it were the Braves, I would have probably set an alarm, but since it's not, I'm good. Let's see. My other final. And I think Connecticut, but I don't want Connecticut to win. The Dodgers and Padres in Korea to start the season. I have Purdue as my other Final Four. But yeah, that should be fun. There's a lot of sports going on right now that are fun, that are amazing. So sports is in a good place. So that's really good to see. I didn't expect there to be as much uproar as there has been. Yeah, Shohei in the field is interesting. As long as they don't do it too much, I guess it's okay. But you're creating a lot of risk, a lot of probably undue risk if you do that, or unnecessary risk. But again, there's only nine spots and 9 people in the field, and you always you always want Shohei Ohtani out there one way or the other. But that their defense might be more of an issue than they perceived. I was just gonna get to that, Joseph. I honestly didn't think that the Fried Strider opening day thing was going to be so much of an issue. It has nothing to do with whether Max is coming back or not. Like I've said throughout this entire offseason, I think that door has closed. But it hasn't happened yet, so we don't know. Plus, also, with the way the schedule lines up, Max Fried will be starting the home opener, so that might be a nod to him as well. But honestly, Spencer didn't give up a run in spring training. But I really don't think neither of them. I mean, it's a great honor, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's as big of a deal as people are making, and it doesn't. I don't feel like it affects Max Fried staying or going. Honestly, I don't. I've always had that in the back of my mind that Max Fried's probably going to go to LA because he's from there. All the connections he has, and he's deserves to go to the market if that's what he wants. If he wants to stay here, great. But I feel like the way we do extensions and things of that nature, it would have already been done. But also, I appreciate the fact that the Braves are very, 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 very private about these things, and they're not the Padres where everything underneath the sun leaks before the deal actually happens. So whatever happens, and Max Fried deserves whatever he gets. And let's just enjoy this year. And Max Fried doesn't give two craps about starting opening day. I don't think he does. I mean, it's a great honor again, but I don't. Strider, Fried, you're splitting hairs. You really are. I also didn't think Virginia deserved a bid. But again, I thought Pittsburgh, out of the ACC, if you were going to go an ACC team, I thought Pittsburgh deserved it. But there's always controversy when it comes to March Madness, who gets in, who doesn't. And the fact that the ACC seemed down this year but still got 5 teams, I don't know. I hate watching Virginia play. I think it dates back basketball 12 years, 25 years, just how slow and gross they play, but is what it is there. I hope it's the Angels. If it's a LA team, I'm just going off what we all know about the Dodgers, that they they have money trees and can do whatever they want. But again, Max Fried deserves everything he gets. And if he wants to explore free agency, good on him. Like I mentioned, Blake Snell signed with the Giants. Lopez got the 5th spot, not the opening day start, but I think he deserved it too. But I think this free agency, my opinion on the Snell deal, it's kind of oof for both sides, for every side involved, because he wanted $270 million to start the offseason, then rejected 5 years, $160 from the Yankees. Then everybody kept backing off of the price tag. I think it's a good move for the Giants because they realize they've put together a heck of a roster. Obviously, with the Dodgers in your division, you kind of got to push all the chips in, and they have done that. It could be an issue because of Snell's walks if I'm just looking at it from an on-field perspective. But Logan Webb, Blake Snell, that's a pretty salty 1-2 punch, and I think they did a nice job taking advantage of a fumbled market by player and agent, mostly agent. And I think the NL West is going to be really, really fun. But these are basically 1-year deals, and then they're going to try free agency again. Not that I would want to go back into that mess, but that's their prerogative. I think this free agency period is definitely going to screw up Major League Baseball from a CBA perspective. Down the line. The reason Fletcher went down is because of some contract bonus stuff. It's not because he didn't deserve it. It's not because any of that. It's just contract bonus stuff. And that's the reason that, in my opinion, that's the reason why Fletcher is not when he got sent down. It's just purely contractual stuff, because he was 4 days of MLB service time to garnering his full $7 million or whatever we're going to owe him. So we're just trying to kind of manipulate that a little bit, I believe. Is basically the thing. Yeah, I think the NL West is going to be super fun. And again, don't forget about the Arizona Diamondbacks. They surprised us all. They made some really good additions this offseason as well. So I think that's going to be a really tough division. I do feel sorry for the Rockies a little bit. It might be a punching bag, but the Rockies are a tough opponent at home no matter what their roster looks like. So you got to give them a little bit. But they're going to be, I would probably take the under on the Rockies wins. And back to what Charles said earlier, Ronaldo Lopez, I think, deserved it. The fifth starter spot. I realize people are saying that makes our bullpen weaker because you don't have a 98 to 100 mile an hour swing guy, multiple inning, late inning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, the Rocks have been that way for a while, but we honored what we told Ronaldo at the beginning of camp. We would give him an opportunity to earn that spot, and I feel like he did. I mean, other than the solo homer problem and the one clunky inning against the pesky Pirates where the walks got in the way and things of that nature, I think that, yes, Matt Tuiasosopo's got to be himself, but it's the nature of the Braves to be aggressive, and the reality of what the Braves, if you don't get a couple of runners thrown out here and there, then that means you're not doing it right. That's the mantra of many third base coaches. So yes, I think he's going to be as aggressive. But other than the homer, 4 solo homers Ronaldo gave up, he did a really nice job of damage control, and his gradual uptick in velocity last start was very encouraging, and I think he's starting to get comfortable in that role, and he wanted to try it, and he earned it. 2.16 ERA, 13 strikeouts, his curveball, maybe his outpitch a little more, but I don't think he can. Arcia will come back. He has X-rays, and X-rays and MRI came back negative, so I think we dodged one there. He's getting treatment. I think he's on his way. Plus, we still have 7 spring training games left, so I think we're good there. We definitely dodged one for sure. And thank you, Joseph, for reminding me on that one. But really, and also really happy for Forrest Wall to make the team. He understands the role and he probably won't play much, but that does give you an extra weapon on the bases in the later innings, at least to start, and really good defense. And he earned it this spring, and sometimes you again gotta honor it. And Forrest has done nothing but do amazing things this spring, whether he's hitting or not. He's brought the glove, brought the work ethic, and the Braves seeing that and giving him the shot is something you love to see. And I'm really happy for the kid working through yeah, we need him in the playoffs, but this season hasn't even started yet, and we don't want of course we need him in the playoffs, but we got to get there first, guys. We got to get there first. I wouldn't call Forrest Wall a utility player. I would call him an outfielder, but he can play all 3 outfield positions. So I guess if that's what you mean by utility, yeah. But you open some eyes, and sometimes you've kind of forced your way on the team. And I honestly think Forrest Wall is gonna. Yeah. It doesn't. I got what you meant. And getting out of the Rockies and finding some footing is nice to see as well for Forrest. And I honestly think we're gonna see him a little bit more than people are thinking. I know we don't typically use our bench too much, and that's just how we are built. But I think he could be a nice weapon. Yeah. Now, as we're talking about the opening day roster, the opening day roster can change in 5 days, 3 days, 2 days, 1 day. It doesn't. So talking about all this, things can change quickly, and we all know that. No, Adam Duvall will be our left fielder against lefties. Jared Kelnick will be our left fielder against righties as of right now. And I'm happy about it. I just wish everybody would give Jared Kelnick a chance before they're already writing him off. He has 5 more years of control. He's the youngest outfielder we have. He's only 24 and been jerked around by both of his teams that he played for. So just give him a minute, and I think he's going to have a solid year for us. And I just wish people would give him a chance before writing him off. But I think our outfield depth is actually one of our strengths, and I'm excited to see it. For sure. It's Tanya, the regular season hasn't even started yet. We don't know who's gonna be hot for the playoffs, or we gotta get there first. So pump the brakes just a tad on that. He's our youngest outfielder we have. That Ronald, what is Ronald, 28, and he's our oldest outfielder. I think we're in a good spot. As far as I know, yes, but I don't think it's been decided yet if Tyler Matzik will go, or 26. Okay. I don't know if Tyler Matzik is going to go on the IL to start the season or not to build up his innings. So as of now, yes, he did, barring any unforeseen changes. But I don't know, because it was discussed that he'll go on the IL to start the year to build up his innings, but I'm not sure. Well, then if Ronald's only 26, but he's still our oldest fielder that we have. Well, I would think so. Yeah. For Albies. Well, I turned 28 in April, so the last week of April. So I'm getting up there too. But yeah, I mean, the Braves do their contract extensions privately and different than other teams, so we'll see how it plays out for sure. But I think Ozzy's definitely coming in a lot healthier with his shoulder, and I think his defense will be improved. I think we all can agree that we want Ronald to be. I think we all want to be Ronald to be a Brave for life. I think that's pretty simple and pretty easy to know, but you know how that thing goes. I think Matzik is going to be really good for us this year. We'll just see what kind of role he's going to have for sure. Well, dang, I'm the youngest of this group, so that kind of makes me feel good. There's a difference. Freddie plays for the Dodgers because his agents and stuff messed up, and I don't want to go back there because I'm happy with Matt Olson. I am terrible at looking so far ahead. I honestly don't think the starting pitching market outside of Fried is actually very strong, if I'm remembering correctly. So I have no idea. You can ask me that. Just that's possible. That Freddie will be back like a Pujols or something. It's definitely possible. Snell can opt out of his contract, and it depends on what Jordan Montgomery does, where he goes, what kind of contract he gets. I think Charlie's probably on the fringe, and given the way he started his career, probably not. But I think he's in a conversation. Yeah, I don't see Cole opting out, just because he seems to like the Yankees and the injury stuff that he's dealt with this season, and the mileage he has on his arm. I don't know that he wants to do the free agent hustle again. He probably, if he didn't say it, it's pretty much written on the wall. No on Scherzer. I hope Scherzer retires because he's a shell of himself. Burns is a possibility, but again, like I said, I'm terrible at speculating farther than this year and what's in front of us. I'm so bad at it. And obviously you got the youngsters, so they're gonna play in there somewhere. Hurston Waldrop and AJ Smith-Shawver. So I think 2025 is gonna be a very interesting year. Juan Soto went to the Yankees, but we haven't even started 2024 yet. So, yeah, Soto's a free agent next year, but I don't think I don't think we're gonna be needing like fielders. Not real. I mean, the Padres had a weird offseason. I wouldn't call it a. Charlie is likely going to retire this year. Yes, he didn't. He didn't technically say it, but I think it's the perfect thing. And back to the Padres, I don't think they had a weird offseason. I wouldn't necessarily call it a fire sale. They just pull weird levers. Um, all of those guys have had injury history that you just put up there. Evaldi, maybe. I think Evaldi would be interesting to me. But again, I have no idea what Alex Anthopoulos is thinking. No one does. And I think that's the beauty of it. But he has the team's best interest. Yeah, that's Chris Sale in the regular season is going to be really, really fun. If spring training's any indication, I have not liked that this year for some reason. Everybody's putting every ounce of stock into the spring training stats, and I think it's dumb. I've always thought it was dumb. And I don't like to overreact or underreact unless it was positive. And I think we're just, I believe through 2028 is Ronald's contract. If I if my memory serves me. I think I'm just really excited for this year. There's a lot of really good possibilities. I'm down for it. 50-80 sounds good. The Padres do have a lot of all-stars. It's kind of a hodgepodge for them that they can't put it together, but maybe with a new manager and a little less ego in the clubhouse, they can put something together. That's my point. That's why I don't know what it is about this year. Yeah, he did. I think he's an outfielder for the Padres, and that's really cool for him. And I'm excited to watch him play. I can't remember his name though off the top, but I completely agree that players are working on things, different sequences, different pitches, different stances, different hand positions, all that jazz. So overreacting to yeah, Jackson Morrell, there you go. Yeah, those were fun games, and hopefully they happen. We have a lot of emergency starting pitchers. I don't know what you're referring to, but probably the first call up would be like Bryce Elder. The emergency depth is kind of, we have a lot more of it this year than we did last year, in terms of quality and being in that situation. You've got Hurston Waldrop, AJ Smith-Shawver, Bryce Elder, probably Dylan Dodd, Darius Vines. I'm listing them right now. Alan Winans. Is there somebody I'm forgetting? Is there anybody I'm forgetting in terms of what I said? I thought I said Waldrop. AJ Smith-Shawver, Waldrop, Elder, Vines. I've not heard anything about JD Martinez, but yeah, the Ian Anderson will be available in June. Oscar Inoa, maybe, although I see him more of a Colin McHugh type. But Anderson's a really good call. But they won't be ready until June. But yeah, there's a lot of quality there for sure. I think we're. I think that we're in a better place than we were. No, I Kerr for the bullpen, Giles for the bullpen, Daysville Hernandez, Oscar Inoa. There's kind of an embarrassment of riches there. Kerr definitely JD Martinez is nowhere right now, so I don't know about anything, but I don't see him coming to Atlanta. He's one of them, yes. Yeah, I don't think that's worked out too well for him in the couple he's had 2 outings that I've seen. One of them solid and one of them the GPS malfunctioned. Walks, hit by pitches, and a bases clearing double, I believe. So I've only seen him for 2 appearances. It's probably very, very unlikely, as that goes. No, Culberson may be around as a advisor or something. Or he'll latch on for another team, but I don't think the Braves are gonna be anything with Charlie Culberson for much longer. I'm kind of surprised that Dylan Lee made the roster a little bit, but his strikeout ball has come up and his velocity's come up a little better, but his home run rate this spring's a little sketchy and a little scary, because he gave up a lot of long balls. Yeah. he probably should call it quits, but Charlie loves the game of baseball and he's not going to give it up until he believes he can't do it anymore, and I appreciate that. So if he latches on with somebody else, I'll cheer for him, but not necessarily the team, depending on where he does go. Jackson Stevens, I forgot about him. He's had a nice little spring and has been in every situation and every role. So I appreciate him getting the opening day spot, because if we send him down, then we can get more options, because he had no options left on his contract. So that would have been a too valuable of a piece to lose for me to so to be able to like recycle that. We have a lot of guys waiting in the wings that could be on MLB rosters right now. I think the quality depth is a lot better than it has been in years past. Maybe the only one is maybe shortstop. That's not the greatest. But hopefully we don't have to worry about that too much. But really excited about everything that's happened, and obviously the team we have. Kimbrel went to the Orioles. I think he struggled this spring. I haven't looked at his stats lately, but again, it's spring training, so I can't really tell. I drink everything: Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew is my favorite. Nacho did have a really good spring. I think he'll be a thought for next year, and definitely in 2026 is I thought Drake Baldwin definitely opened some eyes. I didn't realize we had that much quality depth behind the plate. Nacho Alvarez can get you a walk if you really need one. His strike zone awareness is insane, and it's gonna just keep getting better. So yeah, I love Nacho. Drake Baldwin. I guess I didn't realize how much quality depth was behind the plate as well. Yeah, everybody kept saying Luke Williams was gonna get that last spot, but yesterday was just kind of ugly for him, and I think Guillorme, Fletcher, and Wall are gonna give you more quality at bats than Luke Williams, and you got speed, better speed with all those guys that I mentioned. And no, I do not have a Freeze bobblehead. Position worries me the most. It's not a position, but health always worries me, and I don't know that I can say. I have a blooper statue. It's not necessarily a bobblehead. I guess health. I have a hat. A blooper hat? I don't have a blooper hat. No, I think that's Adam Duvall's. I don't want to see. I don't want to see Marcelo Zuna at first base. I guess injuries would worry me the most, Julie. That's not a position, and it'll be interesting to see how left field goes. But again, it's such a long season. Yeah, Stone and Blooper have a relationship that's unmatched. We all need to find us a relationship like that. Yeah, I really don't want to see Marcell Ozuna touch first base. I really don't. I mean, unless we locked up the division and Duvall can play first. 2026. 2026, he has an option year. Duvall can play first, DH, and outfield. All three outfield positions. Well, I think I'm all for Ozuna. Has been great the last couple of seasons. Or the last year he was fantastic after after his struggles, and he's fantastic for the clubhouse, and that's all I'm gonna. David Moore, who's that? I know that name, but I don't know where. Yep. No, Zunas, please stick to hitting, please. We basically have to get Clowney with all the stuff with all the pass rushers that decided against us. But I agree. Ozuna needs to stick to hitting, and I guess I appreciate Ozuna wanting to continue his versatility and elongate his career, but if he's playing first base, we really have a problem. I guess the position that worries me most is probably if I had to, and I'm not trying to start controversy because the season hasn't even started, but what left field is gonna end up being. And I'm not starting controversy. I love Jared Kelnick. The possibilities. I know everybody's trying to bash on him. I'm not going there. Will not. But it'll be interesting to see how that plays out, I guess. And obviously injuries anywhere is the most concerning thing, but we're gonna be good with it. It's a thing. We all know it's a thing. They know it's a thing. He knows it's a thing. It is what it is. That you basically went off what I said with injuries. Fletcher's in the minors right now, so I don't think Fletcher. And I also don't. Just my opinion, I don't like that. I know it's their job, but the beat writers of the Braves kind of just highlighting the Kelnick struggles in spring training and putting them in bold. I don't like that. I don't like that, and I realize that Kelnick has a year or an option left. So if he struggles that much, we can send him down. But I think sending him down before the season even starts sends the wrong message, and I really hope we don't do that. Obviously, there's still 10 days or 9 days now before the season starts, so there's yeah, I don't know if he needs more time. Let's just give him. You can give him a couple of months. I mean, We did that with Ozuna. He was hitting 085 before he turned it around. Michael Harris II was hitting 137 through June, and we stuck it out with him. So I'm just gonna be a Kelnick fan, no matter what happens. We'll probably end up going Michael Harris speed wise in the 9-hole, or Orlando Arcia in the 9-hole, just because he was so magical there last year. My opinion. But you could also see Kelnick there as well with if you want to take the ultimate pressure off of him, you definitely could see Kelnick in the 9-hole. But I think you want that speed factor. Plus, it depends on the pitcher that's pitching and things of that nature. Yeah, Matt Olson had more slumps in his first year with the Braves. So I think we just gotta let it play out. He still has 5 years of control. I just let the kid breathe, hopefully, and see what happens. Yeah, I think Matt was third last year, right? Because Riley, I mean, Ozzy too, definitely, but I could see them flipping Olson. I mean, yeah, you split up with a lefty in there. I guess it wouldn't matter, but I can't remember if Riley did amazing stuff for or not. I can't remember. Yeah, and I think that's the issue I have with the the allergies and the weather changing. Sorry, guys. I think that's the issue I have with the Braves beat writers hyping it up, so to speak. Hyping up his struggles. And if he wasn't upset about it, that would raise a bigger red flag than his anger. Yeah, I know he did. I know he broke his foot. Like, guys, we all know the whole situation. It would have been super easier if he just came to spring and hit 300, so we didn't have to really think about it. But baseball's hard. I mean, Ronald's even gone through his slumps, even as minor as they are. Freddie did, Matt did, Michael Harris II, Ozzy, everybody on planet Earth that plays baseball has struggled at some point. I'll take a Gold Glove for Austin. Why not? Let me grab a drink real quick. Yeah. Uh, yeah. It's kind of the same situation. I know Arcia did a heck of a job, and I'm happy that we have him back. that's just the way free agency goes, honestly. You can't fault guys for it. I didn't exactly like his exit, what he said about Atlanta, but to each his own. We moved on. He moved on. He did it for his grandpa and Mallory. We all know that. So you gotta put your family first. I didn't necessarily like the comments he made about the Braves, but not being a sports town or whatever. All that I didn't. Yeah, Rosario signed with the Nationals. Yeah, I didn't exactly like what Dansby said, but I think that's water under the bridge now. Rosario signed a split contract worth up to $4 million, I think, if it ends up working out. But I did see they want Rosario to play center field, which is not going to work, in my opinion. You kind of can't hide in center field. I love Eddie, and I hope it works, but well, good for Swanson. I've heard some things, and but it is what it is. And I'm happy for him. He was really nice to me, so I'll always have that, and I always like Swanson, but just not. I don't think. I think it's water under the bridge. That's what free agency is. You get a chance to explore, um, make your choices for your family for whatever reason. Good on you. You earned it. Um, yeah, of course. Um, he's amazing, and I like watching him play. I just don't like him as much. Um, I just don't like him as much as I did when he was in a Braves uniform. That's all. So I'm not worried about Dansby. I'm really not. I'm glad we got our World Series. He helped big time. Um, but now he's happy. So yeah, I mean, again, it is. I don't know. I can't say it any other way. It is what it is. And I love what Arcia did last year. The playoff stuff, a little bit annoying, but it is. I mean, emotions are what emotions are, and that's gonna be a thing, regardless if you want it to be or not. It just is. Um, so gonna. Freddie's not a Brave because his agent screwed up. But I mean, I really don't want to go back that far. We're 9 days from a new season. So, and I'm really excited about that. And I really appreciate the roster we put together and how we put it together. And there's going to be a lot of interesting storylines and a lot of wins. So, yeah, let's go for the 7 P. Yeah. Godin is really good at what he does. I'm really excited to hear him and CJ all year long. Call a lot of wins and just a lot of exciting baseball because I know that's what we're gonna get. Yeah. So, yep. Yeah, John Smoltz was good last year. I think it's really awesome. I I think I dislike Philly more than I do the Mets, Nats, Marlins. It used to be the Mets, but now I really. Yeah. That was an awesome call. Really excited to get the monkey off the back in Philadelphia, and so I'm super excited for all of it. I really am. Yep. Like we've said, Philly is just the wrong matchup for us, and in the playoff. But we're gonna have to get that monkey off our back somehow. We got it off our back against the Dodgers when we won the championship. So we got to start somewhere, and it starts in 9 days in Philly. Their fans are annoying. Yes. Yeah. We have a lot of day games early on, I think. And we have that stupid day off after opening day thing. So I'll figure out all the schedule and stuff for this stuff, but I'll still try to when the season starts. I don't know how the every Tuesday thing is gonna go. I've got to figure all that stuff out. But I will put it on my Twitter. Put it, which I got back, which is awesome. I'll put it everywhere. If I'm gonna do a live watch or a live CassMac chat or whatever, it'll all be on my profile so you guys can still follow along. We did decent in day games last year. I think that was just a trend from 2 years ago, so I hope that isn't a trend again. But I will let you guys know on all the stuff. I promise. I think I covered everything. If I missed anything, congratulations to Strider for being the opening day starter. I think it's awesome. I think that's it. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps out a lot. Thanks, guys. Next Tuesday, 2 days from opening day, I'll do another CassMac chat so we could cover it all. before the fun of 6+ months starts. I think the only time we started at home was when we won the World Series in 21 against the Reds. 9 days to go. But as always, go Braves, champions forever. Thanks, guys. What am I right about? Yeah, the home thing. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why we always start on the road, but I guess it's always a thing for whatever reason. Yeah, we did play the Reds at home, but anything else? Anything else? I guess we have to win the World Series to start this season at home. I think that's the thing. So that journey starts in 9 days. Thanks, guys. Peace.